All right. So you wanted Mumbai to be out of the IPL. It looks like they might be, but then Prasidh, this guy, is making sure they stay inside. This guy just finished his quota of 4 overs, and he's learning a lot from Bumrah. Not the good things, only the bad things. The no balls. Okay, he's bowled 2 no balls. Overall, he's given 43 runs. He's taken 2 wickets. But because of him, it's right now as we speak, it's 140 for 4 in 18.1 overs. And as you know, big, big Andre Russell is bowling, but then a big Kieron Pollard is playing. So as long as Kieron Pollard stays on strike, these guys can even get 180 for all you know. Although Krunal Pandya is on
Yeah.
strike, so lucky days. This guy is so overrated. I think if I were Jeffrey Boycott, I will say my grandmother would play better than this guy. Only if my grandmother was related to Pandya, the other Pandya, who's not even playing, who's been injured from not playing. He's been resting from resting. And just when I said this guy shit, he just hits it for a six.
Uh,
Good six as well.
yeah.
But this guy, again, this guy's bowled really poorly. Andre Russell again. I mean, 2.2 overs and 35 runs is given
Yeah,
at
he's
50.
13. Yeah,
He's
now
not even
15.
any
Okay.
wickets.
The
But by the way,
economics
Bikram,
wicket.
don't forget, don't take it to take it for granted because this is a very good pitch. So if 185 is
Yeah.
very chaseable, 205 is also chaseable. 225, that's when we need Punjab bowlers, and that's when we need Punjab to choke. That's when it happened. But it's very much chaseable. This is very good ground. So do you
Yeah,
want
I
to speak
think
or I keep
Brandon.
speaking like an idiot?
No, I think McCallum. I was watching the match. I'm still watching the match.
McCallum is playing.
But
I thought he was the coach.
no, there was an interview with McCallum, and he said, yeah, he expects this should be a 180, 170, 180 match. So I think if they can restrict Mumbai under, I don't know, 170, seems possible. If the last over, who is going to bowl the last over? Oh,
So
Lockey.
even if it's 170, it's very chaseable, right?
It is chaseable, yeah. But
It's
again,
very chaseable. It's not a huge problem.
yeah, but again, I don't know how the KKR batsman will come out because last match there was not much to score. So this guy came out firing. Both the openers came out firing. Uh, Gill and Iyer, the
Hmm.
different Iyer, the new Iyer. So it will depend because their middle order is kind of dodgy. So yeah, I mean 170 could be it would be a good match. I think it will not be one-sided like the RCB match because yeah, anything can happen, right? And I picked Punjab to actually dethrone
Okay,
Mumbai
predict
Indians.
this ball. It's about to be bowled. What is it? 6 or 4? Pollard, go now.
Four,
Now.
four, 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 four.
Okay. I don't think you can see it, but you just said it just before that. It's just a single. Okay. I'm going to predict the last delivery. It's Krunal Pandya, so it's going to be another single. I just can't put any money on Krunal Pandya. Now, what is the projected score? Give me like a plus minus 5.
It's 150, right? So I think 165 should be the score. Would be the score.
Okay, plus minus 5.
15
That's you
runs.
picking the best possible. 160. You're putting 15 and plus minus 5 anyway. Plus minus 2, that will be. So I'm picking a 167 score. And Kunal Pandya, just a dot ball! Back to his
Yeah,
best, which is just nothing. All right.
but
This
I
guy's
think
happy. Russell gave 37 of. Go on.
no, I think KKR has pulled back nicely. I think before the match started, I was saying the spinners are bowling really well. KKR spinners are bowling really well, and it'll be difficult. But in the first 6 overs, they scored like 56 or something. So that was really from there to this. I think in the middle they kind of controlled it, even though their fast bowlers are going for runs.
Okay,
But
Vikram,
yeah,
nobody wants to know that. So let's talk about something people really want to know about. Ad is still coming. The first ball, it will take time because Owen Morgan will be like, there'll be a lot of discussion. So tell me if David Warner's career is over. He just made a duck of 3 deliveries in the last match, and SRH has 2 points, just 2 points.
I don't think it. If you're talking about IPL, I don't think it is over because he's Australian and there's a lot of demand for Australian people in
Stop
IPL
talking like
again.
Ramiz Raza. Okay, TGC already made fun of Ramiz Raza because TGC said, Ramiz Raza said, the reason I've taken Hayden is because he's Australian. And they're not even making fun of him. That's exactly what he said. And he said, I've taken
No, but
Philander because I know him and he knows a lot about bowling.
that was a good delivery, last one. Yeah. No, I
Oh, you
mean
can see,
it's true.
right?
It's true.
You can see.
You, yeah, it's definitely true. If
Locky.
you see in
Locky. His name is Locky. That's a vegetable in India. Okay.
yeah,
That's a vegetable
and
in
there's a
India.
song
Locky.
also.
He's that guy. But then last name is Ferguson.
And this is out.
Respect the
Oh,
shirt you're wearing. Is it fake? It's real.
out, out, out.
It's out. Not out. Not out.
It's
Now it's
it's
out
real.
because
It's real.
Kunal Pandya cannot run. Oh, is it Pollard run out?
Pollard is
Oh yes,
out.
Pollard is out.
Ran out.
What the hell? Why was Pollard running? Where is my 167? Where is my 167? It's just getting up. So what are you talking about David Warner? Because he's really like this. A lot of shit is going on. It's all in the mind, right? But I can predict David Warner will come out, make like 77 or 47 deliveries, and he'll be back on fire.
No, I think I'm just saying this because now next year there'll be two more teams. So anyway, people would be looking for senior players, or even RCB would be looking for a captain. I'm not saying RCB will pick Warner for as a captain, but I'm just saying. So there will be at least 3 captains required in the next IPL next year. So I just feel that
So
he'll
what is
still
the
fetch a good
Bihar ke
amount of money.
Bihari Bakre? Is that one of the team? Bihari Bakre.
No, the teams are
Bihar ke
not.
Bakre. Is that one of the team?
No, the next 2 teams are not yet selected. There will be a bidding for the team, but I
UP
think
gangsters.
one.
UP gangsters and
So
Bihari Bakre.
Ahmedabad. So Ahmedabad is sure to have one team
Has to be, right?
because of the new stadium. Yeah, and the Lucknow stadium is also pretty
Okay,
neat. It seems.
pronounce it
So
properly. I've
I'm not
lived in
sure.
Ahmedabad. So these guys pronounce it Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad. Just say it right way.
Ahmedabad. Yeah.
Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad.
Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, go on now. So Ahmedabad is definitely on. And then one more team, Bihar team. Or UP.
Yeah,
UP gangsters.
but
He'll
and
come with the
this
guns.
is so.
All right, what a brilliant shot. Somebody will catch him. That's it. They have caught him. Kunal, you're the most amazing brother ever. The only reason you're in the team because you're a
Is
brother.
is Krunal in
Okay, you know,
the T20?
thank God he's not, because that would be too much. Okay.
Yeah, I was
Exactly,
wondering.
I mean TWO, too much. Too much of Pandya brothers. Okay, I don't know if you watched the match yesterday, but I noticed one thing with Tyagi. Remember last season, I was like completely pissed off with Tyagi. I was like too much over-exaggerated celebration, overexcited. Suddenly, he was turned from 19 to 20, and he was just chilled out. I really liked him.
Yeah,
He was just chilled out throughout the
he
match.
was still
Even when he was
smiling, which is
bowling
nice.
amazingly, he was chilled. He was relaxed. But remember last year, he was going crazy. Destroy them. And he'll keep going for fourth and he'll be like, ooh, ooh. And now he's like, I'm chilled out. I've just grown up. From 19, he's become a teenager. He's become a grown-up man. He's exactly like Greenwood.
Yeah.
That's exactly what Solskjaer said about Greenwood. He's become a man from 19 to 20. Well, Tyagi, I was very impressed. Although it's questionable that if he really bowled amazingly or just got lucky at times. But at the end of the day, he delivered those wide Yorkers and he bowled them on draw. I mean, he didn't bowl any shit deliveries and he did get lucky with that wide. To be very honest, you know
Yeah.
what? I know the batsman moved, but Darren Goff, whatever his name is, Michael Goff, I think it could have gone either way because it's not like the ball was like slightly wide. It was like really wide, but the ball did go under his bat. So I go with Michael Goff, but he did get lucky because a lot of umpires would just give it a wide. Simple as that.
Yeah,
All right,
I think he
3
got
more
lucky,
deliveries to
plus
go.
he bowled
Where's
well
that
as
going?
well.
It looks like a boundary. No, it's not a boundary. They put the field right. So just 1 run. This is a shit last over for Mumbai. Rohit Sharma is not happy. What do you think about Rohit Sharma's, or you want to wait for another couple of deliveries before we talk about Rohit Sharma's amazing innings of 33 of 30 balls? Because if this was Shubman Gill, all the commentators would have given him shit. But because it's Rohit Sharma, commentators, he played very well. He played very well.
Yeah,
Including,
I don't actually. Yeah.
Yeah, what's the point of making 33 of 30 and then getting out?
Yeah, correct. I don't think I mean he's rated as a very great captain and everything, which we have to agree is true because he has won 4 championships. But
Great.
I don't think he has
Great.
set the tournament on fire ever. Like like Virat Kohli had that crazy season where he scored 4 centuries.
4
AB
centuries.
de Villiers.
Correct.
So yeah, I think that's I think that has never. I mean, in my memory, I don't remember something like that happening with that guy. And when they
Because it
actually
has never
fail,
happened. Stop blaming your memory. It has never happened.
and the thing is, if you remember, they made a Netflix series or something. Was it Netflix or I think, okay, last ball coming up. Let's
Amazon.
just
Must
see.
be Amazon.
Okay, this
This is
is
a
at
4.
least they.
It's a 0. It's a good delivery. It's a 4. Is this Saurabh Tiwari? It is Saurabh Tiwari. It's a 4. So,
Yeah,
okay,
Saurabh Tiwari.
156 is the target. 155 runs is what Mumbai has made. Everybody can see. So, let's talk the obvious. Although, if somebody's watching our podcast today, it was like, oh, it's an interesting score. Thank you for putting out there. And also put the best bowler of the day. Sunil Narayan, after going for like 11 or 12 runs the first over, he only gave 20.
He's
Brilliant.
Naren,
That's
not
what.
Narayan.
Is it Naren? I think there's Narayan. Sorry, Naren. I'll just call him Sunil. Okay, he's like Gavaskar's son.
Sunil, yeah.
All right. So another bad performance by Rohit, and okay, 33 of 30. I mean, eventually, unless you capitalize, it's going to be just shit, right? Because now he just runs in your quota and not for the team. And what has happened with
Yeah.
Kishan and Surya Kumar Yadav, when they had no pressure and they just had to perform, suddenly they get into the Indian team and they're like,
By the way, it's looking. I mean, I don't know, but the team which we have selected for T20 World T20s, I'm kind of scared now because it's. I mean, it's filled with spinners, and although the spinners are doing well in IPL right now, but I mean, I someone gets injured, one of the fast bowlers, we won't even have fast bowlers. So
we don't need fast bowlers.
and
We don't need them. We don't need fast bowlers.
so
That's it. You just answer this question. Why did you put all your money on Rahul, KL Rahul's winning the purple cap? Is it called purple or orange? Orange cap. Always get confused.
orange cap.
Because his team is not going to qualify. You keep saying his team is going to qualify, but these guys are bigger chokers than South Africans. And Kumble
Oh man, that
acknowledged it.
match.
Kumble acknowledged it. It's become a habit. Not a habit we want, but what are you going to do about it?
Yeah,
How
and
did they lose
I
this
think
match?
that's
How did they lose the match? Can you tell me? Can you explain to me? Did
yeah.
they think
I
they're
can't
Dhoni
I
of
can't explain
2015?
it because 3 runs, what 3 runs or 4 runs in the last over, and then
8 runs of
it
the
was
last
not.
2 overs, and both players who are batting are well said. This is what happens when you
Yeah,
Chris Gale's birthday. You don't give me a spot. Chris Gale said in one line, he said, I was up since 3 a.m. and then I saw the team sheet, and I'm like, shit.
and
This is a very
eventually he
bad birthday
tweeted.
gift.
And he actually tweeted one day before the match, a couple of days before the match, that he's going to Pakistan once New Zealand abandoned, and England also announced that they are not coming because of mental issues. So yeah, but yeah, so I think yeah, Chris Gale's
Political mental issues.
so
So
yeah, I
they've
think
not learned their lesson, right? Every time they drop Chris Gale, guess what happens? They lose. Remember the last
correct.
IPL? They kept dropping
Yeah, I
Gale, they
remember.
kept losing. Then they got Gale back in, they started winning.
Yeah, that's true.
If Gale
And
was
I
there
don't know.
yesterday, I'm not blaming
Hmm.
Markram. Markram played very well. I'm not blaming him, but I'm saying without blaming Markram, if it was Gale there, they would have made those 8 runs in the last 2 overs.
Yeah, correct.
Because Gale
And
doesn't get nervous. And it's his birthday,
it doesn't
baby.
get nervous, and
His birthday.
it is like unheard of, right? If the batsmen were lower order batsmen, then you can understand. But well said, a middle order batsman playing, and a 20-year kid bowling, and you can't even score 3 runs. So that was something. I think yeah, this was the biggest choke ever. I don't think it can go even higher than this. Probably they
Oh, they
will.
will. They will. They will. They will give it
So yeah,
another shot because next time it will be 0 runs to win and they'll still lose by 2 runs.
very bad, very bad.
But they can do it. They can do a negative. They can do reverse. They start doing something reverse. Like they'll probably put their, like, it'll be a 1 run to win and they'll take off the helmet, put it right behind, and the ball will hit their helmet. There'll be final -5 penalty and they're done. Like, wow. I love seeing Rahul's face. He's always like so tormented.
And I think that will be the reason this his stint as captain for PBKS, Punjab Kings
Just
Super
say
whatever.
Punjab. Super chokers.
I think this will affect his chances of getting the Indian team captaincy, because remember I was
You are
telling
the
you
only
that
one who is propagating or advocating his captaincy. I don't know what is wrong with you, because you know he's a choker. He's not a captain material. What your next thing is Sanju
no,
Samson.
because
Sanju Samson is such a bad captain that if Sanju Samson is captain, I can guarantee you for the life of me, they will never qualify for the finals, except even if these fucking Punjab people do everything to make sure these guys qualify. Because Sanju Samson has no clue. Absolutely clueless captain. And then he makes one big scores and he just flops every other match.
Yeah, so because see, someone has to be groomed, right? Both, I mean, Kohli has already left the captaincy, might even leave the team, I think,
But KL
at the
Rahul,
rate he's.
Vikram, you know very well he doesn't have any character. He's just a great batsman.
Yeah. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Great,
So tell me,
great,
what
great.
what is your prediction for this match? What will happen?
Okay, honestly speaking, I actually want Kolkata to win. I have no prediction because anything is possible, but I'm putting my, if you're going to ask me where I put my money in, I'm putting my money in Kolkata. And if Kolkata wins this
Yeah,
match, this is going to get really interesting, because then Kolkata will have 8 points, Rajasthan Royal already has 8 points, Mumbai will have 8 points,
Kolkata will
and
have 10
Punjab can still make a comeback, because they will play Gale, they will learn, and Gale will beat the fuck out of them after this match. They'll be like, this was my birthday, and this is what you gave me. Cake on your face, bitches. So he'll be putting cake on their faces, and they'll be back. The only team which will be struggling, and when I say struggling, I'm being very nice, it'll be Sunrisers. The podcast that you cancelled, which we had shot before the IPL started first time, when we had picked Sunriser to do really, really well, almost be our favorites, and you never release that podcast. There's nobody knows that we predicted them. But I want to come on air right now and say that we did predict Sunriser, because we thought Sunriser was amazing. And last
yeah,
time they lost that freak match against Delhi and Saha got injured. They could have been in the finals. And they could have even challenged
correct.
Mumbai, which Delhi could not do right now. Everybody thinks Delhi will win. But the problem is Delhi are the still chokers. Delhi are also chokers.
Yeah,
And
yeah. That's why, I mean, I
what a great
really
team.
want someone new to win. But yeah, their team is amazing. It's filled with people, and I think they will be the most worried about the mega auction next year, because they can only retain 2 players, and they'll have to release some youngsters and some people. But yeah, let's see what happens. But I mean, they are confident. Uh, Rishabh Pant is the captain now, not that guy, because I mean, you talk about KL
He
Rahul,
is
right?
wearing the
But
pants. He is wearing the pants. And I'm still wearing the knickers. Okay, people can't see. People think I'm naked. So I need to move. I'm not naked, people. Let me jump. Let's see. See, I'm wearing the things. Okay, Bikram, but why do you keep saying, you contradict yourself? You said you want somebody new to win, but you're still not picking Delhi. Oh, actually, you did pick Delhi.
I am picking Delhi. I told no, Delhi will win.
By the way, you wear the Manchester United t-shirt right after they lost to West Ham last night. It was embarrassing. Didn't even score any goals.
Yeah, what can be done? That's why I'm
There are a
wearing the
lot of
old
holes
T-shirt when
in
we
our
used to
goals.
win.
Yeah, that's the t-shirt I got from Aeon. Does it say Aeon? Can you show people Aeon?
Yeah, this is Aeon. Yeah.
Yeah, right. People can't see it. Yeah, that's the t-shirt I had. Aeon t-shirt. I have a very old one. I should show people. You speak, I'll get the t-shirt. Who are you picking?
So on for this match,
Yeah, which other match we're talking about? What is wrong with you? Do it. Do it.
yeah, this
Got my
match
t-shirt.
KKR will win.
This is my old t-shirt from my old company. I used to work for Aeon. Look at this thing.
I think it's the same T-shirt. It's just that
It's the
you
same. We have the same collars.
right. It's the same T-shirt, but I think you use this for running and everything, so it has
Yeah,
lost all
it's
its
all
vigor.
faded. Vigor has lost all his chutzpah, but as Indian people will call it, chutzpah. All the chutzpah is gone. All right, so that was my old
Yeah.
t-shirt. I have a new t-shirt also that everybody. People like showing everything. People like seen my podcast. They've seen the t-shirts, but we keep showing them t-shirts.
Yeah.
So I got the new one, and my mother thinks I'm selling Chevrolet. That's the problem. That's the thing.
But that's
my mother thinks. See, this is Manchester United t-shirt, right? And how big
Yeah.
do you see Chevrolet, and how big you see Manchester United? It's so dark you can't even see it.
And
right? At
even
least,
Adidas.
see from far, Adidas is much more visible, right? Right. It's always
Uh,
smaller, but it's much more visible, right? Even in your t-shirt, Aeon is the one. It's like Aeon is selling, and then and Manchester United is the sponsor.
Hey, by the way, have you seen? Okay, you would not have seen. There's a series called Ted Lasso. Um,
The hell is this?
it's on it's on
Seems like a
Apple.
gay series. You know, I don't like gay people. I just said it just to fuck with you, all the people, LGBT people. Of course, I don't give a shit if you're gay or whatever. What is my problem? I'm myself gay. Now I'm confusing the fuck out of you. Go on. What is it about?
No, so this series is on Apple Plus. So I'll share my account with you.
Apple
So
Plus.
it's
Oh yeah, they
it's
tried to give me something free subscription for a year. I was like, no, I don't want it. Thank you.
it's free, right? Yeah, you can use it. It's nice.
It
So
was this addiction problem. That's why I didn't click on it. Every time I see something free, my Indian gene says, just take it, and put it in your mouth. See, this is difficult. You know, difficult phone to put in my mouth. So I'm just trying not to put everything in my mouth. So yeah, tell me about
yeah,
it. Did you like it? Is it a
yeah,
crime
it's very
thriller
nice.
where body
It's not
chops,
crime.
everybody chops everybody's feels?
It's kind of about football. It's about a football team, English football team, who is in the relegation zone, and they hire an American coach, but American football coach, not soccer coach, and that guy's name is Ted Lasso. So
Okay.
it's a comedy series. It's nice. It's nice. I think you will like it. So
You already told me to
might
watch the
even
English game, so I was watching the English game, which is on Amazon or something, and I'm reading this book to change my
Netflix.
life. Yeah, this one that everybody
Okay.
reads.
Yeah.
Ikigai. This is not Bengali guy, Ikigai. This is called Ikigai. That's the purpose. What is the purpose of your life and all that shit? Well,
No,
my
it's
purpose
just
in
a
life is like
way.
snort a lot of cocaine and sell the cocaine to kids.
It's a Japanese way
Coca-Cola.
of living your life.
They're saying everybody should live it. This is just a way to sell books, man. So don't give a shit. Why do you think we're doing this podcast? We love the podcast, but we want people to give us money on super chats, like $5, $7, 78 dinars. That's what we want at the end of the day, right?
Yeah.
We want our kids to turn
So
out to be amazing superstars like Lionel Messi, so they can actually, we can be say we are their father and we are millionaires by association. That's why you're grooming your child. Why do you think you gave birth to a child? Eventually, you just wanted to do very well, and so you become rich and famous, and they can live till 27, just like all the rock stars.
correct. Yeah, hopefully that happens. That's the master plan because we didn't do anything, right? We are useless. So at
Yeah,
least our
our children will be watching this stuff. They'll be like, "This is embarrassing. This is socially embarrassing." That's why I don't have children. At least not the ones I know about.
correct. Yeah, but you still have time.
I think my sperm doesn't work anymore. That's what the doctor told me 5 years ago. That's right. People are like, why are you talking about all this? Because nothing else is interesting. This is the only thing interesting. You want to talk about Sunrisers Hyderabad? What do you want to talk about? Okay, do you think Owen Morgan is ever going to make any runs? Because he has not made runs. People don't talk about that. But Owen Morgan is like, people are like, he's so cool. He's so cool. He's so cool. Make some fucking runs, man. Make some cool. Because if you see his chart, he has not made more than 7 runs in the last 17 months. He's been correct. I've been watching him. Even for England, he's not making runs. He's for
Yeah,
county, he's
after
not
World
making
Cup
runs.
after World Cup he seems to have like हो गया मेरा भाई जैसे I mean like how Dhoni after World Cup shaved his head and then went ultra defensive after that. So it's like हाँ हो गया अब तो World Cup जीत लिया मैंने. That's all. Ian Morgan. I said Ian Morgan.
Owen
What's his
Morgan.
name? Owen
Owen.
Morgan. Oi.
You
Oi.
pronounce it, that's why he's spelled, but you know how the English is a very bastardly language. It's
Yeah.
pronounced completely differently than how it's spelled. Just the way we are spelled as blunt bastards with an E, just to mess with you. Obviously, this is not original. This is from Quentin Tarantino, who also copied from other people, who also copied from other people, who also copied from other people, and everybody copied everything from Leonardo da Vinci, who was born in some 13th century. I don't know all the dates. I can always Google it, but Google is like, give me a break,
Yeah.
man. Give me a break. So what's the situation in the match? Is it starting yet, or they're still chilling?
Yeah.
Oh, why
Yeah.
Saurabh Tiwari
It's
is in the
starting.
match? What do you think about Saurabh Tiwari's innings of 50 runs or 40 deliveries? I think that was reminded me of India till 1997, Indian cricket team. Everybody made runs for their own. So the way
Oh,
he
the
was playing, he was
Indian.
like, I don't care about the Mumbai will win. Mumbai was always going to lose, because I'm not blaming him, but the fact was, it was very obvious that he was just like, I'm just going to make a 50 so they don't drop me for the next match.
Yeah,
And
because
Anmol Preet
I
will be
don't.
dropped. With a
Yeah,
name
because
like
I
that, you will
mean
get
with
dropped.
these kind of players, I think the problem is there's no ambition left now. Like for Surya Kumar Yadav or someone like Ishan Kishan or DDP, your favorite, there is a motivation that okay, if I do well, I'll get selected in India. I'll do well. If I do something extraordinary, I'll get like selectors. Selectors will think about me. But for these kind of players, this guy, then all the spinners who have gone past their prime, there's no motivation left to do something extraordinary, right? There's no, they just want to play safe, and this is what's happening with in women's cricket also. By the way, the greatest Indian woman cricketer Mithali Raj. Recently, there was, I don't know whether you're following,
Women,
but there was
I'll
a
keep annoying the fuck out of you. Now go on.
so there was a, by the way, the match just started, first ball, and it's a wide. So the first
When we were kids, we used to call it white ball. White.
white ball, white
So
ball, yeah,
stupid.
correct.
We were so stupid. We were like white ball.
Okay, I'll not shift to that. Let me finish that Mithali Raj thing. So Mithali Raj
Yeah, go on, go on.
keeps on making these runs, 80, 90, 100 at a strike rate of
For
50,
herself.
45. And we keep losing so badly. Like the last match, Australians just won by, I think, 8 wickets. They just chased down the target was 231. So 231. Oh, that's a good shot. First, yeah.
That looks a very good shot. That's what something Gill does, right? He plays this amazing shot. He's like the greatest batsman, and then he makes like 27 or 28, and he gets out.
No, but I think this time I see some change, because previously, if you remember when we used to talk about him, he used to try very hard, but it was not happening. But I mean, the last innings was very, very good. This also looks very confident shot. Like first ball he has faced, because the actual first ball was a wide. So
Yeah, when you bowl on the legs of a batsman who's a genuine batsman, he just whips it. At the end of the day, it's not very difficult. You can do the same. See,
I'm
because
sure I can't.
Bolt, Bolt, what he's trying to do, he's just trying to push the ball there and swing it. Now, this ball doesn't even land on the off stump or middle stump wherever he's trying to bowl, and it already lands on the leg stump, already too full. You just
And
have
he
to drill
walks
it.
actually. Yeah,
Oh
he
yeah, fair
walks
enough, fair
towards
enough.
him.
So he walks down and he just said, "Okay, what? I'm Matthew Hayden." And Matthew Hayden must have been very happy. I can't hear the commentary. Matt Haydos, as they call him there, he must be very happy. So as we're watching this, can you tell me about the hypocrisy of this COVID nonsense? Okay, according to Ganguly, who keeps changing his mind more than a chameleon. Okay, he's just like he has no clue what he's saying. One time he says forfeited, then he says forgotten, then he says replay, then he says part of the fifth test. But Ganguly said they were scared to death. Okay, that's an exaggeration, because when I listened to Ravi Shastri on Guardian, he said 10 days, I didn't feel anything except a little bit sore throat, and I didn't even have a single paracetamol. And I told the boys, once you double jabbed, it's just a 10-day, weak, very weak flu. That's all it is. And he says, I'm really
Yeah.
proud of the book launch. He said, I didn't get it there. There were 250 people, and we love them all, and boys need to go out and see other people. That's the way it is. England is open, and I must have got it from somewhere, but it doesn't matter. I didn't even take a single paracetamol. And these guys were shit scared, and he told the boys. And they were so, oh my God. And then how scared they were, they showed up here. And the next day they realized the Natarajan in SRH has COVID, and the match goes on, and nobody even talks about it. By the way, news came out after the match started.
Correct.
They were told not even to put it out there. So you're telling me that people are scared? Like, come on, man, these athletes.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I like that the IPL is going on even after the COVID scare and everything, but that should have happened with. I mean, there are a lot of things people said, and I mean, I also defended a bit, but then if you come to it, like these people have come here after 7 days, they've started playing IPL. I mean, it's not that if these people, the people who are playing the test match, if they came 1 week late, the IPL wouldn't have started. It would have started. It would have still continued. So they could have finished the match. This was a golden opportunity, right?
But Rohit was injured. He didn't even play this match, which was happening more than a week after, right? He could not even play T20. And today, by the way, he could not run. It was embarrassing. Like, this guy could not move on the pitch. It was embarrassing. And this guy is trying to hit again. And he's not out, but it's going to be another 2. So it's a very big over. And I think, right now, the idea is this. He's not going to make another 27 or 28 because McCallum has told him, go out there and go for the kill. I don't care. Okay, I'm going to quote directly Bikram from this will be talking about on the weekend at length, but I'm quoting directly Rohit. And sorry, Ravi Shastri, when you're talking about scared to death, that's exactly what you're going to say after you cancel and make somebody lose 30 million pounds, right? What else are you going to say?
Yeah.
So this is what Shastri said in the interview. He said, they're not bothered if there's COVID or not. Okay, this is, I don't know if people understand this thing, but listen to the words. They are not bothered if there is COVID or not. They just want to win and score runs. Because, being coach of India is like being a coach of Brazil, of England. And you know that nobody ever talked about if Shastri feeling well, is he sick, is it what? Before people say, oh my God, you got COVID, what is happening? Are you going to die or something? Ravi Shastri, I didn't even have a paracetamol. I was just chilling for 10 days and promoting my book and answering all the questions on the hotlines and all the girls showing me their, hooters. I can't do that because I have so much hair. People turn off this podcast and probably start reporting that we saw so much hair. Although as men, we can show our boobs, which is amazing. There's hypocrisy everywhere. People funny thing, I didn't even think about it. I was just talking about hypocrisy. It's just every facet of life, particularly as we are born Indians. What are you looking? We're in the middle of the podcast. You can't be doing betting in the middle of the podcast. Are you match fixing?
Yeah, I'm trying to...
Stop match fixing. Are you calling Amir? Mohammed Amir?
Let's see. You can't be Oh, you can hear my voice. Okay. Yeah, I was just checking our stats. Yeah, so, I mean, that's what... I mean, when they pulled out, it felt like, okay, fine, they got scared, whatever. But now when we see this IPL happening and people playing and it kind of hurts that there was an opportunity to win a series, comprehensively win. I know Rohit was injured, but it's not just Rohit, right? There are other players also. So I mean, yeah, it just feels that what could have been a series win, now it will always remain a controversial test series. And you can't, just say that, okay, we won the series, because
but the problem is, Vikram, there were a lot of players injured. Bumrah was completely gone off the boil. He's lost all his team. His juices are gone. Rohit was not going to play. They would have to play new players. And there was a chance that India is going to lose because middle order was anyway sucky, right? This is a boundary or a 6?
Yeah. It looks like
it's a 6.
Yeah, it's a 6.
It's a new guy. This Iyer dude, not a Shreyas Iyer, but the Iyer dude.
Yeah.
He's doing very, very well. I just like McCallum. You also listen to McCallum, right? He just says whatever comes to his mind. He's like, Iyer, normal Indian person, he's so amazing, he'll be making greats and all. He looks like the guy who's gonna make score and then not make score. He'll be a guy who's gonna make a century and then make 3 zeros. I love Brandon McCallum. That was so awesome. Or Rohit Sharma.
Yeah, he said that. Yeah.
Well, see, we've said this before. Mumbai either wins the tournament or does not even qualify for the playoffs. And that's exactly
that's
what
I was. That's what I was telling you.
People are so scared, Bikram. People are not Why are people not talking about that Mumbai is not going to qualify? Why are people not talking about that Shikhar Dhawan is not being selected, not because of form, because of personal shit that's happened. And because he's playing IPL, he's going to get selected again anyway. And he's at the top, and he's going to stay at the top. Because it's Delhi.
And what I was saying is, remember you have not watched it, the Mumbai Indians documentary which they made. I mean, you can clearly see that once they start losing, that's where your character is judged. Once you start losing and, shit hits a fan. And there were a lot of, obviously in documentary, they were not showing the bad things or whatever, but you can feel, if you see the documentary, you can see that the team was kind of accepted the fate, like, okay, we're not going to qualify, and it was like, yeah, cool, no problem, this is just another year. So yeah, I mean, I think the thing is, people always talk about that, okay, this guy is Rohit Sharma is great, or Rahane is great because he's won all the matches. But it's not about winning the matches. When it's about when you're losing, and then how can you come back? Is how can a captain motivate his team to come back? And we have seen this time and again, that Indian team, they lose the first test match and they come back and all that. So it has to, we have not seen this with other captains. We now will see, once Rohit Sharma gets the captaincy of the T20 team, what will happen once the chips are down. But yeah, when that happens, then that'll be the time to actually judge the captaincy. Not this, like IPL. I mean, come on, the IPL players went to Sri Lanka also, right? B team. and they barely won there, and the one dayers and the T20s, whatever happened. It, it's international cricket is a different beast. It's, I mean, IPL is fine. Like they play, you play against you in front of so much crowd. There is some pressure and all that. But international test match and all that, it's a different beast. It's a different beast.
Also, that what happens, I'm not going to take it away from Rohit because they won it 5 times, so they can't be, they must be
Correct.
doing something completely correct, right? But also, what happens, two factors come in. If you win the first time, you great develop that mentality and you start doing better. Also, the fact is that what has happened with Kohli is, and I blame him for that as well partially, but again only partially. Rest of the team just doesn't perform, and Rohit Sharma, his entire team performs. A lot of Indian players, which we need because we only play like four internationals, right? So his team always performs, and I can't just credit everything to Rohit Sharma because what exactly is Rohit Sharma doing to them? But the fact is, once they're there, and also a few factors that people don't talk about much. Not that Bangalore is poor, but there's a salary cap. But at the end of the day, you have to understand these guys are bankrolled by the richest fucking people on earth, not only in India. So I don't know what kind of facilities, what kind of like churran they must be eating before every match, which kind of be some magic drug that cannot be detected by anybody. And they're like, yeah, Rohit
And
Sharma's paunch, I don't know why it's more visible in IPL than ever.
I think the clothing, but and I think and the
And then
other
Rohit
thing
Sharma is
is
there.
and I think the other thing is that Mumbai's support staff and the scouting people, they're really good. They scouted all these people. They scouted Bumrah. They scouted Chahal. Also started in Mumbai actually. So they get a lot of good players from the junior circuit or the lower circuit. So that's something which is not there in other teams, because they will buy superstars, but then what happens is that their local players are not able to perform. And if you see, whenever Mumbai has won, it's because of the Pandyas or Surya Kumar. They are performing. It's not just about the international stars. International stars will win you few matches, like how it happens with RCB, right? Whenever ABD plays, he like just wins the match single-handedly. But you need your local players to perform consistently to actually win the tournament. So that has been Mumbai's strength. That's why they have been successful, and that's why they are failing right now, because their local star, all the Ishan Kishan, Surya Kumar, and when Pandya brothers are, they're not even playing. The Krunal Pandya, I mean, we don't expect much from Krunal Pandya, but the younger Pandya, he
Hardik.
was really crucial for Mumbai's, like how we were depending upon, right? Indian team was depending upon his all round abilities, or lack of that, because of that, you remember we used to play kulcha again. But since this guy was there, now after he left, the balance has completely gone awry, and both the players are out. So yeah, that's what happens now. The Kolkata Knight Riders is just motoring along.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to change. But this is IPL. You take a wicket, you take three. You get three. And Jasprit Bumrah, let's just see what happens on this ball. Ball number 4 of the second. It's just a
Four.
single. No, it's a 4. It's a 4.
Yeah,
Oh, there's no. I just realized there's no cheerleaders anymore, is there?
there
They can
are no.
cheerlead. They have none. Like not here.
There are none,
Also,
but
it's probably
it,
Dubai and all this. Like they're probably just trying to say like we don't want to put too much frills because people will complain that why these people are there. But they can also come in. They can live in some bubble.
yeah, and interestingly, I don't know if this news is correct or not, but the news came out that in Afghanistan, IPL broadcast is banned because they show female people. I don't know. I mean, there are not cheerleaders, so I don't know whether what female they are offended with. But yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, I don't know if this is true or not, but because it's coming from us, it's definitely not true. But there's another news came in that when New Zealand, England, and Australia, everybody's like backed off from touring Pakistan. Afghanistan said, "We call you here in Afghanistan." I'm like, I don't want to get killed, but what? What is next? Syria calling you guys in Syria? Please come to Syria.
I think
I'm like, what? North Korea? What is happening? We don't want to go there. Pakistan is
Uzbekistan is
like,
coming. Oh, bold.
they'll get baked.
Gone.
How did that work? Was it a slightly slower delivery? What was it?
Yeah. Slower delivery.
Something happened, right? And he did he
Yeah,
jag back a little? I think he jagged back a little, and then he had like played on, right?
yeah, he played on. Yeah,
So Shubman Gill is out on 13 of 9. I'm much happier than actually 27 or 28 because then would have been like too much pressure on the next ball. Yeah, it is the knuckle thing, whatever the fuck
yeah,
these
yeah.
guys do. So well done, well
I
done. Rohit
know
Sharma is very, very happy. His paunch is
Rohit
happy. His
Sharma
chins are
is
happy.
Rohit Sharma, the greatest captain ever.
Oh, ass grabbing. Lot of ass grabbing by Rohit Sharma. This is, I don't know how men never ever touch anybody anywhere except playing fields. This is amazing, right?
Yeah,
Over
correct,
there,
correct. Or
all
lockers,
bets are off.
sports
You
lockers.
grab the asses, you grab their tits, you start kissing people in the mouth. It's just amazing. How long are we gonna do this shit, man? Till like they win already? We've been up and running for 40 minutes. We gotta put some timer, right? What do you want to put? 45, 50 tops?
Yeah, how many overs have they bowled? Let's do it
4 overs.
let's do it for one more over, like 5 overs, 4 overs. Oh, this is third over, right? Yeah, let's do it till
I think something
fifth
amazing
over.
happened. We'll continue a little bit more, but right now let's just tap it to 45 minutes. Let's just say because we'll
Okay.
be back. We'll be back. I mean, I was not able to find that interview on the internet, Ravi Shastri's interview, where he's talking all this amazing stuff that he has no regrets. I have no regrets of
Yeah.
launching my ball. Not ball. He didn't launch his ball. He didn't take his pants off. He launched his book, which is weirdly called. What is the name of the book? My Time with Superstars, with Players, whatever this. Like, I don't know, something very weird name.
Let me see.
It's just a very, very
but
weird name.
but it's very strange that they were not saying. I mean, I was wondering which book event he went. Like, oh, who is this guy? Who's this
Stargazing,
person who's book?
the players in my life.
The
I
players
think he's
in
just
my
talking,
life.
and
Okay.
eventually read the book. It's going to be about the women in his life.
Stargazing. Okay. Yeah.
And it's very, very expensive book, by the way. It's 699 rupees. Like, and people watch me reading Ravi Shastri, they'll probably try to like beat me up or something, I don't want to spend 699 bucks. But the fact is, it has 69 in
This
the prize.
is. Oh.
Who is it? Iyer. It looks like a good shot. Well, not a very good shot, but again, it's not out. So it's see, but the philosophy is sticking, right? They're just going for it. Like this guy just got out,
Yeah.
and he's like, what? And Iyer's done very, very well. He's already on 29 of 10 deliveries. By the way, what
Yeah,
do you
but
think about this? All the hype on this guy, and although he did not make great runs in the first match, what was that guy's name? The English player who just come in, who just like belts the ball like amazingly. Livingston.
Tim Thompson.
Livingston.
Livingston.
No,
Okay.
Livingston. So he
Okay.
just tonks the ball. Like he looks super confident. Because I feel if once he gets going, he's the guy who's going to make 87 or 22 deliveries. That's the kind of guy he looks like.
Yeah, he looks good. I mean, yeah, and surprisingly, the pitches are not those Chennai type slow pitches. They have life in it. So I think he will eventually score. He looks and he had very good CPL or something, whatever was happening. So yeah, looks good.
Oh, we have
But
Tripathi is here. Remember how much shit we gave Tripathi? That he has got nothing, he's not going to make any runs. And then he will not make runs in 3 matches. Like he make 1, 0, 4. Then one match he'll be like making this amazing 47 of 31 deliveries. People are like, he's great. We love
they're
this guy.
saying he's
Okay.
Rahane. I'm his agent. Still his agent.
Oh, Rahane's agent. I'm the bastard.
Oh, by the way,
best.
yesterday he was serving drinks. I felt
Who is
very
serving
bad.
drinks?
Rahane.
Which team
He's
is
in
he? Is he
DC,
still in
right?
Delhi? Wasn't he
Yeah,
captain
yeah.
of some team before? Was he DC's captain?
He was DC's captain, right? Oh, he
I
was
have no
captain.
idea. Yeah, he was captain, DC's captain. Now he's a drinks boy.
I think same would have happened if the fifth test would have been played. I think. But
I
yeah.
think it was Rahane, not Rohit, who said, I'm not coming out. Don't show the team sheet because you have already dropped me. Let's just assume I've not been dropped.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Makes sense.
Okay, they're just doing a poll right now. Which of the teams has more chance of making the playoffs, KKR or MI? Let's just see who says. But you know what? The polls always favor MI because more people live in MI or something, or more people are alive.
yeah,
Like, let's people click the buttons.
No, more
Okay, I was gonna
fan followings.
I was going to say something. I was going to say something about my family thing, but I realized they watch my podcast and they'll be like, "No, why did you say that?" And they will get super hurt, and they don't understand the joke. They don't have any sense of humor. So even this, they'll take against me. They don't have sense of humor. Why did you say that, son? In the Diwali party, they'll be like, "We heard your podcast. We didn't like. We were the one who disliked. Okay, that's why you have 3 dislikes. Me, my wife, and my mistress. All disliked. And my girlfriend. But that's 4, sir. Oh, you stop arguing with me. Wait, Punjabi, we know how to count. Now tell us how to count. Bloody hell now. Okay, what has happened? People are clapping. It's a 4. Okay. This is not looking good, man. This is not looking good. And Trent Bolt, usually who goes for runs in the last over, he's going for runs in the first 2 overs.
Correct.
It's like, let's just turn it around a little bit. Let's start going for runs in the
at the rate which they are going, there won't be last overs.
Oh, Rohit Sharma, I love it. Rohit Sharma's pose. Oh, I just orgasmed. Ah.
Yeah.
Bikram, we have to do one more over because this is the 4th over is finished. Let's do one more and then make the final prediction and then get the fuck out of there. Let's let's talk about something else a little bit. Who's the bigger choker? Because when RCB, the deal is that RCB is not a champion team, at least not now, and that's the reason they've not won forever. It's because it's not you have this amazing players and there's one player gonna win it. But once they go down, right, like in the match, they completely go into shambles. It's like a 36 every single time. They completely shit the bed. They shit their pants. They just their pants also tear off as well, and their balls come out. Actually, you never seen their balls because they don't have any. Okay, that's the problem RCB faces, and I feel there's a lot of. I think because you notice that whenever a lot of things are happening outside cricket, outside the ground, that's when it impacts your performance a lot more. When nothing is actually happening, and I'm telling you, even good or bad, because now Surya Kumar is being selected for the Indian team, right? He makes one bad performance, all the highlight is on him. Yesterday I was watching it. Tyagi, they were showing some footage from their team room, changing room. So Tyagi was saying, आज से पहले तो आपने मेरी कभी फोटो नहीं खींची. The same cameraman है. आज आप मेरी फोटो खींचोगे. मेरे को पता है आज मेरी फोटो खींचोगे आप. So he took his shirt off. He has some sort of abs and all, and they were dancing and all. So it was nice. So I liked it. It was pretty nice.
He looks like Neeraj Chopra a bit. Tyagi.
Neeraj Chopra, right? Yeah. Next time we'll send him instead of Neeraj Chopra. And Neeraj Chopra can bowl. It's like Neeraj Chopra, but Tyagi's done very well. Oh, who have they brought in? Oh my God, they brought in Kunal, but Kunal is done for the first delivery. He's taken a 2. But I really hope Kunal goes for a big 6. I really want it. And just the way I said it, he almost bowled him. He almost bowled Tripathi.
Why does no one like Kunal? What is the deal?
Kunal likes Kunal. Because he's only there because he's the brother. I mean, what has he done good? He has nothing.
And
he's just a left arm. He's just a left arm bowler. He just keeps throwing it. He has nothing. I can do better than that. And I'm just 47. But I don't have another Pandya brother, right? That's the deal.
Wow.
But that was a decent delivery. Because what he's doing, he's just chucking the delivery. Chuck. Doesn't do anything. But I like this Iyer guy. I don't know where does he come from, but suddenly, and apparently he's made big runs wherever he's come from. His last inning was something like 198 or something. I don't know if I'm making that up, but some of the commentators said. Either it was 98 or 198 or something like that. It was very big. And I've seen his stats. Pretty neat.
Yeah, so seems...
And his name is Venki, by the way. His t-shirt says Venki.
Yeah, and he looks Venki, like well built also.
I haven't seen his tummy yet, but yeah, he's from genetically looks very solid. Yeah, genetically. I don't know after that.
After that depends upon what happens. Yeah.
Apparently a good over. What do you want to do? Another over?
Yeah.
What do we do? Because we have to predict eventually, right?
Let's stick to 6 overs, right? The first power play or whatever. Yeah, power play.
Let's keep extending till we say okay. So are you sticking to Delhi Capitals? We haven't talked about Chennai Super Kings, right? You said you were very critical that you said, and everybody said it was Dhoni's captaincy, which was no, it was just Gaikwad went nuts. Okay, this is the first time Gaikwad went nuts, and he went nuts. Second thing is, as you realize that they were effectively 26 for 5, and then Mumbai just dropped the ball, and it was partially bad captaincy and partially bad bowl. I don't think it was bad bowling, but that time they should have just continued with Bumrah, and they had them down. But boy, Suresh Raina, those 5 deliveries that Suresh Raina played, boy, he did not look like, he looked like great cricketer. I think TGC will be saying he didn't even look like a great cricketer. It was embarrassing. And people, I don't know why people say he was rusty and all, but I think they were the first people to go to the camp, right? and they've been training there for like forever. What do you mean he was rusty? Like, I just don't get it. What do you mean you're rusty? You've played like thousands and thousands of deliveries over the last 3, 4, and they were the first people. In fact, I didn't even realize IPL is starting. I asked you where are these people going? You're like, IPL is starting. I was like, oh, because what the thing about Test cricket is, right? You get so consumed. You know what? Another thing Ravi Shastri said, amazing thing. He said, I don't even know why they play bilateral series. What's the point of it? Is it out or what?
No, no,
4-2. Okay. He
Oh
said, why
my
do they play
God. Did you
bilateral
see
series?
his tummy when he threw the ball?
My God, Saurabh,
Yeah.
where is your gym? Isn't a bucket full of samosas? Why?
I think he'll say I have thyroid. That's the this thing, right? Always whenever
My God,
people
this is
become fat, they say,
embarrassing. His t-shirt is like X X X X X X X X X X X X. By the way, that was not the size. There was few more XS, but my breath ran out. I could not say it. Yeah. No, I was saying something. I like completely lost the chain of my thought. What the hell was I talking about? You
I
just
don't know.
broke
I
my chain of
got
thought.
distracted.
Chennai
Distracted
and then
by
Gaikwad. Oh yeah, everybody gets
Gaikwad.
distracted. His wife also gets distracted. When she hugs him, she keeps looking at other people.
So yeah, Suresh Raina. You were talking about Suresh Raina. Like
Oh,
how
Suresh
can you
Rana,
be?
that was seriously embarrassing, man. Suresh Rana, do you think he's done? Like he can't be coming back.
He was done. I think. Yeah, he was done before.
He was done when he
And
walked out on them in 2020. 2020, and the reason that whole reason he came back and they still paid him 11 crores right now, allegedly. That means he really great friends with Dhoni, who both retired on 15 August, except that nobody cared about Raina's retirement. Okay.
correct. Yeah,
Really the
I
bent.
think
Oh yeah, I was talking about Ravi
it's
Shastri. So I'll talk about more than that, but Ravi Shastri has said that I don't even know why they play a bilateral series. It's just bull
right.
crap because he said I don't remember anything. Even if we've beaten people 5-0, I've forgotten it. And he says test matches, I remember every single ball.
Correct. No, it's true. It's true. And I think people give a lot of shit to Ravi Shastri, but under his coaching, or I don't know what he was coaching anyway, but whatever he was doing, our team actually became a very good test side. And the
Whiskey.
other thing is,
How to drink a
and
lot
the
of
other
whiskey.
thing is, he whatever he talked about before taking the coaching stint, he said a few things. He said, I think he said something about Rohit Sharma also, that it will be the biggest failure of my coaching stint if Rohit Sharma doesn't become a great test batsman. That turned out to be true. Then he said, I want this team to perform so well that the pitch and the toss is out of it doesn't matter. The pitch and toss doesn't matter, and that's what happens, right? Kohli always loses the toss. So all those things
Oh,
actually
when he
happened.
wins,
So
what happens? That's when the problems
yeah.
happen.
Correct. So he doesn't know what to do. Like, oh, this is new. These are new feelings. What should I do?
Yeah.
So this is the last ball of the power play, and I think it's going
I
for
think he should
four.
just ask.
So
I think he should just ask the other opposition captain before the toss, what do you want to choose? And then, if in case he ends up winning, which is happens every once in 197 tosses, then he can just say whatever the other person wanted, the opposite of that, like opposite of that, so they get what they wanted. That's all. I think it should be
correct.
like just the way it should be. It should be your prerogative that you can just tell the other person, you know what, I let go. You choose.
Correct.
And which is, we make fun of this thing, but it's a very great thing that a toss doesn't matter to you, because a lot of time toss is like 50% of the game. Because they say if you win the
Correct.
toss, if this is a batting pitch, we just bat first and we just go for it. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's just eventually he's saying that bilateral series is all these things will just go out of play, and mostly it'll be just these tournaments. Because if 100 picks up and BBL is there and IPL is anyway there now, we play IPL every 6 months, as we know, and there's going to be another IPL in another 6 months.
Yeah.
And is this the last ball? No, there's still a lot of deliveries to go, man, in this power play. And it
This
has been
was
a
the
really
last
good
ball.
power play. No, it was
Oh
not.
no, not. Oh, there was a white ball. That's why. Yeah, and I think just before we disconnect, I think I wanted to say, yeah, I think, and it makes sense since Ravi Shastri is saying this, because remember, Ravi Shastri is the guy who actually brought US money to cricket. There's this guy called some Mascarenhas, I don't remember. that was the guy who started, putting money on Sachin Tendulkar, and this guy was introduced by Ravi Shastri. So he is big on commercializing the game, Ravi Shastri. So I think, yeah, whatever he's saying might turn true because
Yeah, he was the
every
he was the
team is
one of the first players to play on those super series and all that stuff, right? And he played very well
correct.
when it started by who was that? The Australian guy.
Kerry Packer.
Kerry Packer, yeah, Kerry Packer, and now his son is there. So anyway, it's timeout. So it's timeout from our end also. You have spent so much fucking time here. So why don't you like and subscribe? We have just my throat has completely gone parched, and this guy is wearing Manchester United t-shirt from the era of I don't know 2002 or something when Ronaldo used to play
When
with
we
us.
were winning.
But guess what? Ronaldo still plays with us, so it's not that bad after all. So my
But
prediction
then
is
it's not about
Mumbai's
Ronaldo,
going
it's
to lose.
about other.
It's always
Yeah,
about
it's
Ronaldo.
it's
My
apparent,
prediction
I
is
think.
KKR. KKR. Make a prediction and
KKR,
let's
go
get out of here.
KKR.
KKR, all right. KKR from 1, KKR 2. On that note, take care. Have a good IPL. Today's match will be back and watch with us live or after match analysis on the weekends. And see you next time on live or the analysis. Bye now. Bye. I'm the
Bye.
camera.